Alright, hello and welcome everybody. Welcome especially to Piosko and G-Man, as you're the first two in the chat. Ain't caught a stream in a while, nice to see you. Look, it's great to have you both here. Great to have you both here. Now, I do just want to cover off on a little bit of information in this stream. I'm going to launch into a race I don't care about at all. Let's have a look at what the dailies are. Group 4. Yeah, let's go and do some practice at the Nürburgring in the Group 4 car, and I'm going to use the Beamer because it was fun last time we used it. Yeah, so mainly it's only going to be a very short stream. I only anticipate it being around about an hour. I just wanted to have a chat. Hopefully a few of the people that have signed up for the Bathurst 1.2 hour join in so I can spread some information about what's going on, where we're at. And try and come up with some times, or not come up with some times, but advise some times that I'll be doing things. So, whilst we wait for a few more people to join the stream, I'll just jump in, do some laps around here. I'll do a race, as I say. Short stream, but we'll see how we go. But in the meantime, whilst we're waiting for everybody to join, how is everyone? How are you, Piosko? How are you, G-Man? Hope you're both going very well. I have had a pretty big week of work. I tried to live stream on Tuesday night, and that didn't go well. One thing led to another, and I was very tired, because unfortunately I was woken up by my daughters at 3 o'clock that morning. And then yesterday I had pretty much every tech problem that you could possibly have. So I tried to live stream, finally got it all sorted at about 20 past 10 PM last night, and I was just like, nah. That is way too goddamn late to start a live stream. And then unfortunately, we were back awake at 3 o'clock or 3:30 in the morning last night, and I've had a big day at work, so I'm absolutely shagged and shattered at the moment. Yeah, daughters are fine, thanks, Piosko. They just decided they'd wake up early, which was cool. It's not something they do very often, so I won't complain too much, because I've been pretty lucky with their sleeping. They're very good sleepers. Oh, apparently I've forgotten how to drive. You've just discovered a game changer in SVG decals. Well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. But yes, the week has just conspired against me live streaming. And I almost didn't tonight. I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I am just too tired and too shagged to even consider live streaming. But the reality is, with this Bathurst 1.2 hour coming up, I've had a huge amount of people sign up for it, 25 people. Which is great. Far more than the game can handle, so I'm going to have to do some qualifying races. I have now figured out...
Tough, won't it?
Yeah, it will.
People to miss out.
It will, and welcome, Willie. Welcome back to the stream.
Yes, here I am.
Been a little while, but it's good to have you back.
Yes, it has been. It's always good to be here.
Well, my TV just turned off for the first time in a little while, but it turned off for like half a second. It's like the best turn off it's ever had. Maybe my TV feels sorry for how my week's gone. And it's just like, I just can't do it to him tonight. I can't troll him that hard. Piosko said, well, God's just spoken. You've come in with the booming voice of God to say hello.
A
Lewis,
booming voice.
The booming voice of God chimes in. Great to have you here, Lewis. I'm glad you're one of the people. You and Piosko have both signed up. G-Man? Were you one of the sign-ups? I can't remember now. I had to try and do the list at work. But I'm just hoping we can get a few of the people involved in the race here in this stream. I'm not going to bust out too much info just yet. I'll wait until we get a few more people on board. Kraz, welcome to the stream, mate. Glad to have you here. Another one that signed up. That's good. If I can get a few of you, then we'll go through a bit more information. I'm only really doing laps. I'm not going to be good, by the way. Yeah, I'm just in practice for the Group 4 Nürburgring race. With 8 minutes and 20 left until race time.
Oh, I better get into that lobby. I was in the other lobby. I'd be done, wouldn't I?
You went the Group 3 one, did you?
Did.
I'm not going to be good, just so that you guys watching are aware. I'm not going to be good.
So you quali or race entry?
I'm in race entry. I'm watching the timer countdown. 8 minutes to go.
Okay.
Hamulin, another sign up. That is good to have you here. That is good. We must have at least 5 or 6 of the people that has signed up in the live stream now, which is great. Hopefully you can all stick around just a little bit longer. You need to check if your game changer actually works in Gran Turismo. If it does, doesn't really change that much. Oh, if it doesn't, yeah, well no, it's not going to be a game changer if it doesn't work, Piasco, is it? But yes, Kraz, I was just saying, very short stream because I'm absolutely knackered right now. Shagged, tired, whatever you want to call it. But I just thought it was important to get some content on my channel, since the last 2 nights of attempting to live stream have been an utter dismal failure. Get in and try and have a bit of a chat. Reverend Maddie, welcome. Just going out. Yeah, this will be definitely uploaded later, and in fact, given that the information I will be talking about at some point in this short stream is important, I'll probably even try and do a stream highlight. I've no idea how to do that, but I've seen that you can do it. Brody Peters, welcome. But yes, I will try and do a little highlight of the actual video and just call it like Bathurst 1.2 hour race information, so that you don't have to sift through the first 20-30 minutes of the live stream trying to figure out where the information is, because that's the kind of good guy that I strive to be sometimes.
Sometimes he goes.
Sometimes when it suits me to be a nice guy. Because of course, yeah, we have 25 sign-ups. One of those actually was you as well, Willie, so I could probably say 24 sign-ups. Reason being because Willie and I will be in the final race. That is something that is happening. The game can only take 16 people, a lobby, which means 2 spots are taken, and potentially there might be a third person spectating and commentating. More about that later on, but we might have someone coming in to spectate and commentate, which will mean 3 slots are taken. Meaning that we're really vying, we need to make 25 into 13 people ultimately. If people aren't here, it's because YouTube changed the way people get notifications. They have to change it to all content. Okay, tell us more about that, Kraz. Oh, I was supposed to turn there. It's okay.
I did the same at the end of the back straight.
What Kraz was saying was far more important than making that turn. Oh, and I got a penalty. I actually really should try and set 1 lap, shouldn't I? 4.5 minutes left. Wish you could join the Bathurst 12 hour, but I don't even have a PS4 or Gran Turismo Sport. Brody, that is 100% going to get in the way of you joining this race. Like, I don't know if you could... The only thing you could have less is, like, if you said, and I also don't have the internet, and I also don't have any power. That would be the only way you could be less involved in the Bathurst 1.2 hour. But look, I appreciate you being here anyway. Despite the fact that you can't get involved. Hopefully we can get some viewers to watch it, so the people that are going to watch the stream are equally as important as the people participating in it. What's that? Pure noise. It's hard to read from back here, so just bear that in mind. I was supposed to be concentrating on this lap, wasn't I? Anyway, Pure Noise, watching from the shadows, just signed up now. Nice. Thank you. That's 26 entrants. Or no, that's back to 25 now, if I exclude Willie, who's got the Willy Wonka's golden ticket through to the final race.
do, don't I?
You
Hey?
do have the golden ticket. You and I get straight through, but I think if I have enough people for a secondary race, what I might actually do is have a second Bathurst 12 hour for the people who didn't make the final. Maybe have that first, and I might actually jump in, spectate that, and I might commentate over it. How about
Oh,
that?
aren't you crazy, hey?
How about I might commentate the support race?
Might have to have a little rule that any people that get stuck on the grid, if we can avoid it, maybe we do have a rule of one restart.
Well, no, I think that's gone. I think that has been, from everything I have seen, they have patched that glitch. People should no longer... Why am I braking at the Nordisch Life braking point there? Maldovic is in. Good, that's another one. Another person that signed up. If it's Australian, Eastern, Daylight... Hang on, I got to get around this corner. If it's at 8 AM AEDT, I have to awake at 2:30 AM your time. Ouch. All nighter for me. Where are you? Which, I think I have asked that before. Okay, hang on. Let me do one lap that isn't completely terrible, so I'm not actually starting last.
There we got one left.
I mean, as I say, I'm not going to be good anyway, because I'm just tired, shagged, and just my head's not in the game, but... I at least don't want to have to start stone motherless last. No, don't be sorry at all, Maldovic. It's great to have you here. And you haven't joined too late, because I'm waiting before I go through all the information on the 12 hour, probably till after this race. It's only a 4-lap race after all. This isn't the longer one. So it's probably a 3-lap race actually, wouldn't it? I'll do the race, then I'll go through the information, then I'll probably end this short, tired stream. I'm just a BMW man now, because I think I'm going to use the M6 for Bathurst. How's that for left field? I bet you're all expecting me to use the Porsche or the AMG, because they're my two go-to cars. But I might end up using the M6 yet. Did some secret private test sessions with Willie the other day. And the BMW M6 and I, well, we got along alright. Well, there I've just taken a casual 3.4 seconds off my previous best. So that was good timing. Ryan's not even here. No, Ryan's not here. What time will the 1.2 hour Bathurst be? I'll try to watch if I can. Awesome, Brody. And it will go up as a video as well. So we'll go through that. Quick, get the chicken. Don't let it run, get it. What's going on? What's happening with the chicken? Whatever happens on race day, I'm sure it'll be a great stream and a good event. Well, I hope so, Lewis. That's I hope you're dead right there. Yeah, you didn't see that coming. Tweet Chris. You didn't see that coming. No one saw that coming. I was going to say I've gone to the German side, but let's be honest, it was between Porsche and AMG anyway. So all I've really done is gone to third German manufacturer. What can I say? They make good cars. They make good cars. And good bratwurst.
We're in the same lobby. Geez, our times are close. Cheese and whiskers they are.
Cheese they are. Cheese and whiskers. I'm happy enough with that, given my current mental capacity is very low. You'll be racing Kraz, that is good. You managed to watch the first 6 hours of the Bathurst 12 hour. Was a good race. That Audi... Yeah, that Audi crash was mental. Germans make good shampoo also. Okay. I just learned something about Germany. Make good shampoo. It's all about the sausage. It is, Chris. It is all about the gentleman's sausage. No, sorry, just sausage. The Brat. We're racing at Bratwurst. In Germany, I'm basically hosting the Bratwurst 1.2 hour. It's as German as the Australian race can get, really, isn't it? Having said that, Willie, I know our times are close, mate, but we're shit. We're 10th and 11th. It's not a proud moment for us, but we're here. We're getting it done.
Hey, we're enthusiastic, that's what we are.
Oh, I don't even know if I'm that, to be perfectly honest with you. I am here to discuss the Bathurst 1.2 hour, and as long as you good people can stick around long enough for me to do this race, and then I'm going to go through the details so that you all know. I'm also going to write up the details on the website, put them on my Facebook and my Twitter, but the problem is, like, I don't have that many of my subscribers on Facebook and Twitter. So, as much as I can announce stuff on that, 20 of you, 30 of you are like, okay, cool. But everyone else is like, nah, don't know. Didn't say it, don't have Facebook. Because it's bloatware. Understandable. Chris Redbeard, great to have anyone who has a red beard here. That's your new name for Bathurst now, the Bratwurst. The Bratwurst 1.2 hour. Oh, it is race time. Okay, I'm going to do this race, then we're going to talk Bathurst. This might be the only race I do for the night, so wish me luck. And let's hope I don't fall asleep mid-race. The only Aussies, I'm on it. You really should try Project Cars 2 on PS4. I've got Project Cars 2 on the PC. I was actually going to suggest, once the novelty wears off even more of Gran Turismo, which it already is. I get that.
Cars on PlayStation.
Well, what I was going to say is I might even hold a few polls, or put a poll up of what other games people have that they would get in and play some lobbies for. And I might buy, even though I already own Project Cars 2 and Assetto Corsa on PC, I would consider repurchasing on PS4. Oh, why wasn't he ghosted? He's facing backwards. Please make that man invisible.
Yeah, he wasn't ghosted, but I still went through him.
That was the backwards man, the backwards man.
Yep.
He can run backwards faster than you can.
Yes, I too would probably buy Project Cars on PS4.
Yeah, if it's Project Cars, it might be Assetto Corsa. And to be honest, I'd probably rather spend... Oh, my TV's just turned off. I can't see anything at all. Okay, there I go, and I'm on the grass. So, that's pretty much how... And now I've spun. That is a pretty good example right there. I'm last, by the way, of how my week has gone so far. I get in the only race of the evening, my TV turns off for like a second. And now I'm last. Welcome to my week, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it's gone. And hence why I haven't been live streaming, and hence why I'm so tired tonight. Anywho, moving on from this dumpster fire of a race. Maybe if one day I can earn enough YouTube monies, I'll buy myself a second-hand TV. Yeah, Ryan, you're on it, mate. Why don't you buy me a new TV? How about that for an idea? How about you buy me? There you go, Kraz. I could tell you were missing Ryan's beautiful smile. But he's here. Yeah, this is a 3-lapper, so I don't even have like a pit stop and tyre strategy to come back.
Maybe the whole field will spin out, or everybody else's TV will turn off.
That'd be nice. Yeah, exactly. My week in a nutshell. I could even try and be the monotone complaining guy for you to explain it if you like. I have the accent for it. Get off the AstroTurf, you utter pillock.
Having a ripper. Gotcha.
Oh, mate, I'm having a blinder hit, and I'm out wide. Don't worry about it, I'm not. I am actually catching old Colinola. Colinola? Given that I don't even know how many seconds behind I was, like 8 seconds behind second last. Yeah, you're right. I can't go any worse in my next races. But I just don't know that there'll be another race tonight. How long have I been streaming? Probably like 12 minutes. I'll probably have to do another race. Otherwise it'll just be like the worst stream in history. Even though it's an informational stream. There you go, I even rode up on the curb there, and I never do that. I'm trying something new. Maybe I could have a go at showing off my E-pin by getting the fastest lap on the next lap. Let's try that. Let's go for the fastest lap. See if I can salvage anything from this race. How you going up there, Big Willie?
Oh, I'm just here in 8th. 2.5 seconds to the person in front and 2.5 seconds to the person behind.
Nice. Well, I didn't even get a purple first sector. So, I'm probably not going to get the fastest lap of the race. Which is currently 2 seconds faster than my last lap.
Yeah. And my last lap was 2:06.9.
Yeah, mine was
I'm not going to get it.
2:06.4. So I'm not much ahead of you. But I'm going to give it my all.
What are your sectors like?
I haven't gone through sector 2 yet, I don't think. Have I?
I'm nearly 0.7 up on my...
I'm 0.9 up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going too bad.
I'll get close to a 2:04, but I'm not going to pinch the fastest lap. Probably going to get held up on the last corner anyway. Not even. Bit of slipstream would be nice though. I didn't get it. 2:05.3, a bit disappointing in the end, a full second off the fastest lap, but there you go.
Second quicker than what I did.
Nice. Nice, what a great 14th. 14th is my favourite and lucky number, so. A lot of new TVs have auto off as a default setting for energy saving. It's a pain in the arse. It is, I agree. You're poor now, Ryan? Yep. Yep. Interesting, I've got the stream on my PS4 and my laptop and the TV's behind by about 3 seconds. Oof. But Moldovich for the double stream. Love your work, can I just say. Righto. Now I think we've got 32 people watching the stream. We've got quite a few people that have signed up. I know not everyone's going to be here. I will make a highlight of this later, but I think now is a good time to discuss it. I should probably do a lap of something somewhere while I'm doing it, shouldn't I? So that you're not just staring at the menu. tell you what I will do. I'm going to jump into a lobby. You're welcome to join me, Willie, and just do a few laps around Bathurst while I discuss it. And I just won
I will.
2002 V-Spec 2 GTR.
Yes, there's a standard McLaren here, and I bet I get that. No, I didn't.
What did you get? What did you get, big fella?
I got a an SLS GT3.
Ah, nice. Just like the one you already own.
No, an SLS, not an AMG.
Oh, you don't have an SLS?
I do not have an SLS. Look at me.
Nice. Look at you go.
I know. Do like an SLS.
Number of laps. There's some giveaway. So I may as well start everyone off right here. Are you getting a sex change? Well, what happened, Simon? It sounds like, yeah, Moldovich, that's just my whole week, and I'm just tired, and I'm sorry that I do sound probably a bit uninterested and a bit flat tonight, but it is what it is. I'm here to get some info across. They finally put tyre wear and fuel burn in the FIA races. Hemulin, I did see that. I feel like someone put that on one of my YouTube videos, and I was stoked to hear it. I was stoked. But let's get into the Bathurst 1.2 hour and the details that I have at hand, which I will put into words and put those words on my website. So, I have, with an extensive amount of testing with Willie, and by extensive I mean one session, one time, the Bathurst track is going to be at the Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. You won't believe, but it is. Conditions I haven't selected yet. I don't think it matters. I went 3:30 and sunny. Cool. Number of laps is going to be 37. You can't, unfortunately, in Gran Turismo choose a 90-minute race, which is what 1.2 hours obviously is. Oh, hang on. No, that's not even right. But anyway, doesn't matter. I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, the amount of laps is going to be 37. And that, I think, will get us close to 1.2 hours. Rolling start is going to be a rolling start. Even though I am a big fan of standing starts, it is, of course, a tribute to the actual Bathurst 12 hour, which is a standing start. Yes, Moldovich, sorry, you can do 90 but not 80. So 37 laps it's going to be. It's going to be a rolling start. Grid order, obviously, fastest first. Boost, I don't even know what that is, but it's off. Slipstream strength is real. Mechanical damage, I ummed and ahed about, but in the interest of not having lots of people drop out, I've gone none. This is something I might change for future races, but for now, no mechanical damage. Visible damage is on. Tyre wear is going to be 4 times. Fuel depletion will be 3 times. Now, I could potentially play with that a little bit more, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with 4 times and 3 times. I think we decided that, didn't we, Willie?
Yeah, I think it worked out reasonably well.
Full of surprises, you thought the Bathurst race would have been around Brands Hatch. Well, Chris considered it, but ultimately, I think the only place to have the Bratwurst was at Bathurst. Initial fuel is going to be 100 litres. That is maximum fuel for people. Now, I can't seem to find a way. Please tell me if this can happen. But can I set this to a point where you get to select your own fuel for the race? I don't think in Gran Turismo you can. If you can, I will change it and have it that you can pick your own fuel rate to start the race. If you cannot, you will be starting with full tanks at 100 litres. Grip on wet track, track edge, I don't know why there's wet track, there's no wet tracks. It's set to real. Race finish delay is irrelevant. Obviously the category is going to be Group 3 because it's about GT3 cars. Again, if I could have a split category race, but I'd want to be able to have 25, 30 people in the actual race, probably 30 people in the race, and have 20 Group 3 and 10 Group 4s or something like that. Can't do it, so it's going to be Group 3. BOP is going to be turned on. Your tyres that you can choose from vary between racing soft and racing hard, which will help increase the amount of different strategies you do. You know, do you try and run the whole thing with your fuel turned down on hard compound tyres? Do you run it right up on soft and pit 3 times more? That's where the strategy is going to come in. I think that'll help make it interesting, so that's how that is going to be. No livery restrictions, obviously. The only thing I do ask is my friend Piosco there has uploaded it's not available yet. It will be available soon. The Bathurst 1.2 our logo that I made, you can see that on my website at charlieroscoe.com. But that is going to be available, and I encourage everyone participating in the race to put that on their livery somewhere. You don't have to. I'm not going to kick you out of the room if you don't, but I would. It'd be cool if everyone had that. So there's that.
I think that's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea. Everyone just has that little. It doesn't have to be large. You don't have to dedicate a theme to it, but just put it somewhere. Even if you make, I'm going to make in my next livery stream the livery on the car that I'm going to be using, and I will certainly include that somewhere, even if it's just over the rear quarter panel, something like that.
Yeah, I think I might put it on, maybe just on the side of the car, just quite small, but I might put it on the back of the car, so any videos being shown, you'll be able to see the logo on the back of the car.
Exactly. Betty, welcome. Welcome, great to have you here. Just in time, going through the Bathurst 1.2 hour details, so your timing is good. Tuning is prohibited. Again, this is something Willie and I discussed, and we decided that to help keep everything fair, that we're going to turn tuning off, simply because the difference between a good setup on a car and no setup, or a bad setup, can sometimes be the difference of a couple of seconds, even if it was the same driver. So we have turned balance of performance on, tuning is turned off, prohibited. I've put ghosting during the race as strong, just to try and help decrease the shit fight that could ensue if someone has a spin at the dipper, and he's in fourth, and then everyone plows into him. Yeah, it's just to try and help that, so I've gone with strong there. Shortcut penalty is going to be, I think, weak. I might change it to strong yet. Who knows? That'll be a last-minute decision, because I just don't want people cutting through the S's at the top. No wall collision penalty. I don't like it when you nick the wall slightly, and it's something you do at Bathurst a lot, and you get a penalty, so time penalty, that is. So that's turned off. Side contact penalty is also off. Flag rules are on. And finally, we've got counter steering assistance will be prohibited. So if anybody currently uses that, you may wish to practice racing without that turned on. Active stability management is also going to be prohibited. Driving line assist, I don't use a driving line. Willie doesn't use a driving line, but I don't really see any super great advantage of it. Therefore, you are all welcome to use whichever driving line assist you would like. Traction control, again, no limit, because someone may wish to use TCS on 3, and if that's what stops them from spinning and crashing and having a bad time, then so be it. I'm allowing it. I think it's faster if you turn it down anyway, so there you go. ABS, again, no limit at all. Run that however you like. I don't even really understand it. Which assists with driving. No limit auto drive is fully enabled. Prohibited auto drive is disabled. I think I'll just leave it as it is. So that is the room setup. That is how the actual race is going to be set up. 37 laps, and they are the rules. Now I'm going to create that room, and you should be okay to join me, Willie, whenever you would like. Good question, Tom. I missed Tom's question. Let me go back up. George, welcome. Aussie Anthony, you use counter steering out. Oh, well, I'm sorry, it's going to be prohibited, so do some paraki. Tom's question, does 1.2 hours mean 1 hour and 20 minutes or 1 hour and 12 minutes, which is 0.2 of 1 hour is 12 minutes. 1.2 is 20, not 12. But we can't set the time limit right anyway, so it's going to be 37 laps. So you could call it a 37 lap, but that's boring. It's the Bathurst 1.2 hour.
It's going to be close to an 80-minute race, which is 1.2 hours.
Betty has been practicing 3 by 30 lap races. So 37, if anyone wants to do a test. Create Stuff is currently working on a CR themed livery. Oh, nice one, thank you. We'll be on your channel probably next week. Nice, we'll check that out. What is your favourite game in the car? Car in the game. I can't even read properly. That's how well my brain's going at the moment. I just can't even. Words are hard, okay. I think the Porsche is still my favourite car in the game, but I don't think I'll be racing with it. I think I might be showing up. It'll be German. Whatever I race in, it will be German. I'll promise you that much. Unless it's the Mustang, then it'll be American. But shit. Just
my car will be a car. That's what it'll be.
I will be in a car. That much I can promise you. With stability management off, you'll have to use TCS on 2 most probably. That's fine, Piesco. You are welcome to do that. TCS is unlimited. 1.2 hours sounds way cooler than 37 laps time. Way cooler. Charlie, really need bed. I just need to go and switch off is what I need to do. Lie on the couch and not do much. 12 hours equals 720 minutes. 1.2 hours equals 72 minutes. That's what I said, Piesco. It's a 72-minute race. Did I not say... You heard me say that, didn't you, Willie?
I'm just going to say yes.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I wanted. The game doesn't allow the time limit of 50 minutes or 80 minutes. Yeah. Look, I think I'm just going to run 37. Sticking with 37 Motovich. So that is the outline structure of the race. Now, the next part, which I don't know how it's going to go, we are going to need to have qualifying races. More than... So what I said at the start of the stream, and I'll go and do some laps while I'm crapping on here. I need to change car or something, don't I? What do I even need to do? I think I'm in the wrong car, probably. Let's go that one.
You can practice, but you need to make an online lobby and not jump into it and practice that way.
Yeah.
Because offline you don't get the options.
No.
Of the fuel and tyres and the rest.
Correct. Is this the easiest way to adjust this? It is. Let's go Racing Soft. Go to track. Might as well use your favourite car to do something like that. Delivery will be on Advantage in Group 4. Oof, I don't know what my favourite stuff is. Hello, Eddie Marino. Finally got you live. It's 5:32 a.m. Damn, that sucks. Having said that, for the first time in probably 12 months since Bathurst 12 hour last time, I was up at 5 a.m. On Sunday morning, and I was at your house, Willie, by 5:30. Or thereabouts. So early night for me. But getting back to this race, what I'm thinking, I need to have 2 qualifying races. So what I thought I would do is have one this Saturday morning, my time, which is going to be Friday night for the UK and Europe, and it's going to be Friday afternoon for the US. Now, I've looked at all sorts of different times. I know there is no time that is going to suit everybody, and if anybody that has signed up wants to participate and isn't able to because of the time, I do apologise for that, but sometimes you just have to make the hard decisions in life. And I think I might host one race this Saturday morning for me, Friday night. Now, hopefully we can get as many people to that race as we can that said yes and signed up. Then I'm going to do a second qualifying race this Sunday night for me, which unfortunately, as we just learned a moment ago, it's going to be very early in the morning for US. So you guys might be better off trying to get the Friday afternoon one as opposed to the very, very early morning Sunday. But hopefully between those two races, we can get everybody in to qualify, do some times, make sure we're all racing nice and clean, and we can pick a top 14. In fact, it's actually going to be less. It's going to be 13 people that make the final, isn't it? Because you only have 16 people total, not myself and 16 other people. I think that's right. Which means either 14 or 13 people will be in the final. But I'm going to have another race. You used to race F1 League at 6 AM. Oh, you're laughing, Moldovich. You are all kinds of good. And then I think the race... Oh, I've just hit the wall. Then I think the actual race will be next weekend. Most likely again on either the Saturday morning or the Sunday morning, to be announced. But I'm thinking the Sunday morning if I can. How do you feel about that, Willie?
Yeah, I'll try and make sure that I'm free.
I'm nominating you for some early morning races here. Well, you don't have to do any of the qualifying races, so that's you out, because you've got the Golden Willy Wonka ticket.
No.
I think my TCS is on 2 and not 1, and I can't even be bothered caring. So that's when I think the race will be. Now, the other rule with the race is, if I turn up to the race and because of timing, because people aren't available and whatnot, I can't field 13 people. I feel like I will be able to, but if I can't field 13 people on the day from the people that were in the qualifying races, then I will allow anyone that's in the stream to make up the extra numbers. Chosen completely at random, but probably not at random. No, they will be chosen by people in the stream. I think that's a clause I'll put in. If I can't get 13 people that signed up to the race to participate, I will open it up to people on the stream so as to fill the lobby. Is the Australian level good against Japan's? I think we do okay, given that there's around about 1/20th of the amount of people in Australia. And you will need to add me as a friend to join. I'm actually going to do... that is a good question. What I'm going to do, I've got the email addresses of everyone that is that has signed up. So I'm going to send an email to each of those people with details such as answering that question. Like, you must add me on PSN. Those laps really are terrible. But I think that's covered most of where I'm at so far. I've gone through the entire race. I've gone through the times that I'm thinking of running the race and the qualifying races. And I think also, in a perfect world, given that I have 25 people, and I'll probably get a few last minutes, let's say I can get it up to 30 people by go time that have entered the race. That means I should have enough people available for a non-final. I don't know, what would you call that? What would you call a race that's run like an invitational? We'll have the final and an invitational race. And in the invitational race, I might actually jump in, spectate the race, and do a bit of chats, a bit of commentary. So that might be a good bit of fun as well. Welcome into the stream, Beth. Great to have you here. Oh, there's actually tyre wear in practice too, just realised.
Yeah, there is. And fuel burn. And
fuel burn. So you guys can get a good indication of where... So I'm on soft tyres. Fuel... Although my TCS is up one too high. But whatever. But you guys get a good idea of how many tyres I've burnt off, given that this is what, lap 4? The tyre burn, where it's at on soft tyres, and also the fuel burn, so you guys can see sort of roughly how that is. I think 4 and 3 are the magic numbers. I'm hoping it's enough. I think if I turn the fuel up one more notch, there's going to be too many pit stops and tyres will become irrelevant.
Yeah, I think the same thing. I think that's what we agreed on the other day, that this was a comfortable setting for the time limit.
Oh, come on. All the unders here. I was just about to say, how centimetre perfect was that over the top of the mountain? I nearly clipped every wall, but only nearly. There you go. Oh, we're going to turn it down because I'm not lazy. I'm going to go back to the pits as well. So, I guess now is a good time to ask people, given that hopefully you've all heard what I was talking about, let me just quickly go back up. Can we enter the second qualifier if we do crap in the first? George, I think the answer to that is going to be no. I think if you're in the qualifier, obviously the top, either the top 7 or the top 6 will go through from the 2 qualifiers. Having said that, if somebody comes, say, 3rd, but has been an absolute, for want of a better word, an absolute prick throughout the entire qualifying race, and they've just smashed into people, they've spun around and made a real ass of themselves, I do reserve the right, along with my other confidants, like Willie, to not include them anyway. Even if they do come in the top 7 or so, if the racing's not clean and legitimate and all fair and above board, then
yes, normal racing sort of rules.
Yeah, I would rather have someone who's a bit slower but a good clean racer than someone who's fast but just has a complete disregard for anyone else on the racetrack. So bear that in mind. Winning is not everything here, and if someone is a bit dirty and just a bit rubbish, then we may not. Yeah, we may just say no. Look, you're out. You're in the secondary race. In fact, if you're that bad, I might just exclude you from even the secondary, the invitational. Is that a good name? Should we go invitational for the non-final race?
Yeah, it's very upmarket.
Yeah, I think it's upmarket.
Accepted to the invitational.
Japan has 256,000 people. We have 115,000 players. Players? Oh, is that Moldovich? Is that the number of players, people playing Gran Turismo? 256. Geez, that's almost half to us. I'm surprised. I'm going to call for some sources on those numbers. I actually don't know much about the top Australian ranking people. I probably should take more interest in that, shouldn't I? How will you deal with the tyre wear glitch, Lars? The reality is there ain't much I can do. I tell you what I probably could do. I could turn the auto drive feature off, Lars. That's what I could do. Meaning that, because I'm pretty sure for that to work, you have to go into your menu for the tyre wear glitch. And if you go into your menu and you don't have auto drive turned on, that means you're going to have to stop in the middle of the track or pull over or risk crashing into a wall and hopefully lose enough time that it was not worth you doing it. I could be wrong. Ultimately, I'm asking for people to be good sports here, I suppose is what I'm saying. Kudos Prime has all the stats. Yeah, okay, I need to flick through that. Call it the best of the rest. I could call it the best of the rest. That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, so now, to finish things off, does anyone have questions based on what I've already said? And again, I will actually get all this written up, put on my website. I'll share it on my Facebook and my Twitter. Again, I know a lot of you people don't do the social media stuff, but it really is the best way to keep up with what is going on. And I don't have Nightbot anymore, so I don't even have like the links that I used to have. Although I did ask Nightbot to join the chat again, a different Nightbot, not the first one who got out of control and I had to fire him. Actually, no, it says part of the channel, so technically it's still connected. It's just Nightbody's a fail for me. But if I go down to where I've written some stuff, which is... Are you racing? I might just spectate you, so people are watching something.
You can do that.
There we go. I don't want commands, I want timers. Social pipes, there we go. So if I paste this into the chat... Yeah, Nightbot's cracked the shits with me after I had to sack him. Links are in the description. Yeah, you're right, Moldovich, of course. And I can't brain because I'm tired and everything's failing. Hopefully that stuff works, but if you just type in, yeah, Charlie, no, just follow the links. It's all too hard. Or use the links in the description. But that's how you can get, don't worry about Instagram so much, but that's how you're going to get onto the Facebook and Twitter. I really do encourage you to follow me there, and that is not so that I can spam you with the shit. That is literally so that you guys can keep up with what's going on. And it's kind of... Because my channel's not big enough to... Like, there's a new feature on YouTube. You might have seen some other channels that you follow doing it. You can put a post out to all of your subscribers. Not an actual video. It puts a post out. Now, I can't do that. I think I've got to have 10,000 subs or something to be able to do that. So, I'm a long way off doing that. And may never get there. So, the only way for me to communicate with people off-stream is through social media pipes. So, I know a lot of you don't have it. And don't follow pages like that. I don't spam things. I'm not just chucking 3 posts a day out there of horse shit. So it should help keep the integrity of your Facebook wall or your Twitter feed. But yes, it is worth doing to keep up. But I will post all the details of the race as I've gone through tonight on Facebook. Twitter, I'm not going to be able to because there's not enough characters. But my website, I will link to the website. Where to read all of this, and I'll also make a highlights video of this stream and try and cut out all of the uninspired bullshit that I've actually said. How do I change views? Here we go. Let's get on board the big fella. No, let's go back to third person. So yes, much recommend doing that. But questions, anyone? Either everyone's gone really quiet or my chat has stopped working. No, it's reloading. Oh, there we go. Any questions based off the information I'm giving you? Happy to answer them now. Any Q&A on this race that I can help? Quick show of hands. Does anyone think they're going to be able to make the Saturday morning or Sunday night streams their Australian daylight savings time? So you'll need to work that out in your local area. Tommy C, welcome. Upload, yes, Lewis, I will. I will upload a screenshot of the information to Twitter if I can fit it all in the screenshot. Otherwise, I'll just do a few. Moldovich has a question. Please, Moldovich, I encourage you to go ahead. Sunday night for you, good, good, good. Saturday morning is good for you, Hamulin, good. Are we able to change car after signing up or nope? Also, I can make Saturday morning. You can change, Aussie Anthony, but can you let me know? Can you please let me know that you've changed your car, and I will update. I put up a real half-assed. If you go to the website now, you'll see that I have put a list of everyone that signed up until lunchtime today, so you can have a look at the list of who's there. It's a bit of a rush job. It looks like shit on a mobile phone. It works fine on a computer, but it doesn't have all the info anyway, because I want to put what cars people are having and all the rest. What time Saturday morning, George? Good question. What time Saturday morning is good? I will try and start the live stream at 7:30 AM my time. AEDT, 7:30 AM Saturday. So if I say that, if I'm running half an hour late, well, that's fine. You guys at least won't be late to it. But I'll try for 7:30. What time zone? Jim, I am in... it is AEDT this time of year, isn't it? think I'm right there. Yeah, it is. AEDT is my current time zone. So you'll need to work out your own. To give you a rough idea. Oh no, I'm just not even going to try it. That is just too much mental brain capacity for the state that I'm in at the moment. So I'm not going to try and convert it myself. I tell you what, if I get particularly motivated tomorrow night, and I might actually try and live stream tomorrow, a real stream where I actually do some racing and have some fun rather than sitting here tired sounding uninspired. But I might actually sit down and put some example times up. Pick out cities, like I might go London, Paris. I don't know what other European countries are on the same time zone, so I'll look that up. Maybe I'll use a random German city like the Nürburgring. I'll look up current local time at the Nürburgring and use that as time. But I'll pop one up in the US as well, maybe one on the West Coast, one on the East Coast. And I'll just give half a dozen example times to help steer you guys in the right direction. Moldovich it is, yeah, GMT plus 11, you're dead right. So wherever you are with GMT, we are plus 11. Oh yes, Piosco. You have done, yeah, if you can share that Piosco, that would be great. Everyone should follow Piosco on Gran Turismo anyway. And he will share a logo for the Bathurst 1.2 hour, which is currently on my website. And whilst not mandatory, I encourage every entrant, every person that's racing to have that on their car, on their livery somewhere, just because I think it'd be cool if I make some replays of the race. And I probably will make some race highlights and all that sort of thing. And as I say, we'll see, but I might even have a commentator, someone that's going to be sitting in the lobby, spectating, commentating the race live while it happens. So that will be cool, if I can do that. Mainland Europe is 1 hour ahead of the UK. Oh, is that all? Mainland Europe, that's a lot of area. Surely there's more than just 1 hour. How do we follow? Do we have to add as a friend? I think if you just search Piosco's, I tell you what, if you just go to Piosco's YouTube channel, and you'll probably see his PSN in one of his videos there. If you want to know how to get to his channel, if you go to my channel, which you're already sort of at, if you go to the Charlie Roscoe channel, you'll see on the right hand side I only have 2 channel suggestions, and one of them is Piosco's. So click on that. How long would the quali race be? Ooh, good question, Willie. How long would the quali race be?
A quali race?
Yeah, how long should the quali race be?
5 laps, maybe?
5? Is that all you reckon?
Think?
A short sprint?
Oh, well, maybe it could be a little bit more. Maybe it could be 12 laps. How about that one?
A 12 lapper.
12 laps. That way, or 12 or 13 laps. Maybe 12 laps. That way people, gives them a little bit of time. They may have to use a bit of strategy to get their way through the race.
Yeah, I like 12 laps because of what we know about how long the tyres last. All the other service settings will be exactly the same, so still, what did I say, 4 times tyres and 3 times fuel? Might have got that the wrong way around, double check that. But that's what it will be. So I think 12 lap is probably a good amount of time. It'll be about a, 25-minute race? Which I think is fair. And it means that everyone's going to have to do a pit stop. Well, maybe. Unless you can get 12 laps done on hards and low fuel burn. What car are you racing? Your name is not on the list. Adam, you're quite right there. My name is not on the list and my car is not written there. But it will definitely have 4 wheels and most likely from Germany. Unless it's not. It will definitely be from Germany unless it's not. What would your thoughts be on a safety car? Artificial fruit. It is funny you mentioned that. Ryan, who I believe is still in the chat, we've had a discussion about this and how we could do a safety car. 2 things that are no good with a safety car. Number 1, let's change views so we get a bit on board now. Number 1 problem with safety car. there's nowhere to park. If this was a Assetto Corsa, you'd just go and sit in the pit lane, and when required, you could go. If there's a big stack, you could just go bang, call a safety car, send the safety car out to bunch everyone up. Or if in fact after 45 minutes the field is spread out massively, you could use a safety car to bunch everyone back up again. The problem is you can't do that. And what Ryan found was that if he pulled over on the side of the road, first of all it creates a yellow flag. So people can't overtake past Ryan sitting there somewhere, even if it's right out of the way. He can't sit there without a yellow flag going. And once he sat there for a certain amount of time, Ryan might be able to remind me of how long that time was. Not long, like a minute. You sit there for a minute and the game actually respawns you in the middle of the road. And that's just not something I think we want to deal with. The other downside is 16 is the maximum server capacity for Gran Turismo, which is already piss poor, can I say. You should be able to choose, and you should be able to go much higher than that. But anyway, we are stuck with 16, so it would consume yet another spot in the server that would be unavailable for you guys racing. And that's why we banned a safety car. Or didn't ban it, but we decided not to go ahead with it. Dogs of War, hello from Scotland. Hello right on back from sunny Australia. Yeah, look, the commentary, it could go well, actually, Tommy. If it all works out well, then it could be a good thing. Not guaranteeing it will happen, but stay tuned. Again, you didn't get the notifications, Luca. Yeah, it's frustrating. Like, it's frustrating, I'm sure, for you guys, but it's super frustrating for content creators when you start a live stream or share a video and so many people don't get notified. But anyway, I won't get into the cons of YouTube right now. Doesn't the safety take one racing slot? Yes, it does. It does, Citizen. You're quite right. So that's one of two reasons why we are not... Wasn't the player limit higher on Gran Turismo 6? I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that, Artificial Fruit. Probably. 16 is pretty shit, to be honest. When you look at the kind of things that a lot of other games are doing, even games like, I mean, let's look at a game like Fortnite. I mean, it's 100-player servers. I know that's a different thing, but still, there's capacity there. Yeah, Battlefield's got 60 players in the game at once. 16 just seems excessively small, and I think that's Polyphony Digital getting a bit paranoid about them getting blamed for their... I think it's probably the capacity of their netcode. I reckon you'll find that the testers tried 25, tried 30, and the netcoding just couldn't keep up, and I think that's probably created a whole bunch of glitches, and they wound it back till they found a safe point, which was 16. It's disappointing, but it's what we've got. The FIA race is 20, Adam, but the FIA race is also not locally hosted, so it's not hosted by the creator. So this server that you're watching right now is being hosted by my internet, my system. The FIA races are hosted by them, by Polyphony Digital, which is why I think they have that extra capacity over us. How could you do a virtual safety car? Yeah, Jules, that would be cool, but again, starting to get into some intricacies that, yeah, starting to get in pretty intricate, and I just think it would get too complicated, and I really don't want this to be overcomplicated. I want people to jump in, I want people to race 37 laps with a couple of pit stops, everybody have some fun. It's about enjoying it. There's no, I haven't actually even decided if there is a prize and what the prize is going to be. There'll be something. I have to come up with a prize. I'll do something. But that's not why we're racing. We're racing to have fun. And if I win, maybe I go lucky dip on one of the prizes. Who knows? To be confirmed. So they're worried about the P2P connections. I think so, but the FIA races can still be full of lag. Yeah, that's true, Simon, but that's possibly a reflection of your location versus the servers, the PD servers. You might be further away, or the people, maybe not you might have good ping, but there can still be bad ping which can cause lag, even on dedicated servers. But I think personally, and I don't work at PD, I don't have any insight knowledge, but I think it was PD deciding that 16 was the max capacity for P2P servers, without everything getting too funky and gnarly. This is better at sunset. It looks great. It does, and look, I haven't decided on a time of day. I might do it first thing in the morning with the sunrise coming up, or later in the
What time is this? This is the afternoon.
Yeah, this is 3:30. 3:30 in the afternoon. So
yeah, this is a little bit better because then the sun's not in your eyes the whole time.
It is, and that's the problem. If
I did
there was
practice before, and that was a pain in the ass.
With the sun, yeah, because you get it going over the top of the mountain, don't you?
Yeah, like it's a cool feature.
Oh
but
yeah,
when it's in your eyes everywhere, it's a pain in the ass.
I think if you had to do 37 laps, you'd probably tire of it a little bit. If it was like Project Cars 2, where it went through time, you could start in the morning at sunrise, speed time up, and by the end of the race it's 3 p.m. or whatever. That would be perfect, and I would be happy to do that, or start at lunch and finish in the evening. But that is not something Gran Turismo has the ability to do. You pick one time, and then it's 3:30 for the entire race. You can have whoever is spectating use the in-game chat to call out FC when it's green, basically virtual. Oh, yeah. So Citizen Gamer, you're saying that person could actually be true, but the person spectating is sort of probably going to be there commentating, and handing over the race steward's job to them could be, again, another... And plus, what about the 4 people who don't see the chat pop up on the left-hand side because they were tussling through this part of the track here? I just think it's overcomplicated and could cause dramas, which I want to avoid. Simon says, yep, always. Simon says. That feels good to say that, doesn't it? Simon says something, you do it. That's what's up. Always put in Japan servers. Never had a full signal box. No, exactly. Me either. None of the other Aussies in the lobby too. I don't even think that there is Australian dedicated servers. I doubt very much there is. I'd imagine we are connecting straight through to Japan. That would be my guess, which is why our ping is bad and we probably get more lag than the Japanese. Project Car 2 is so realistic you even have to change brake pads and brake discs on long races. That sort of stuff sounds fantastic, Kraz.
Doesn't it? That sounds really good.
Yeah. I went back and... Because obviously when I made that Monza video, and if you didn't see that, please check that out. I did a lap comparison of Monza between Gran Turismo and Assetto Corsa. And the commentary was a bit of a piss take, to be honest. It was very tongue-in-cheek. I was being very sarcastic. Which is fine. I think most people got that. A few people didn't, but most did. But anyway, if you ignore the bullshit that was falling out of my mouth or video, then you actually got a good look at the two tracks. But my point of this whole thing was that I was in Assetto Corsa. I had to sort of get my head around how Assetto Corsa worked, the car physics and stuff, to try and do some decent laps. And you are just reminded of how many features Gran Turismo is missing and why it is regarded as a simcade and not a racing simulator. It's a shame, but I don't think Gran Turismo are going to be... I'd love them to, and I'm still going to make my Gran Turismo wish list for 2018 video. And things like brake temp. I don't know about changing brake pads and discs. I would love that. Maybe that'll go on the list. But certainly adding things like tyre temperature, brake temperature, I think that's very, very important. Scrubbing your tyres, run out into the gravel when you come back on. For the next 2 corners, 3 corners, your tyres should have reduced grip. You've just run out in the grass. But anyway, I'm not getting into that now. Refocus. Stupid Lupid, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. You've just missed everything, but still good to have you here. PD probably heard about your snakes and spiders and decided to keep the servers in Japan. Yeah, potentially. Potentially. Ryan says it was too hard as there is no way of seeing everyone, so someone could crash right after looking at them. Yeah, that's true. I think it's just an added layer of complexity, Ryan, that I want to avoid. But Kraz, I do love... And look, maybe the next... The thing is, this isn't going to be an isolated race. The Bathurst 1.2 hour. We've got Le Mans races coming up in real life, endurance races that are cool, that a lot of people watch. We've got Le Mans, we're going to have Spa, we're going to have lots of big races. of tracks that are in Project Cars and not in Gran Turismo. So, what I'm thinking is perhaps the next race we do will not be in Gran Turismo. The next endurance race we do might be in something like Project Cars 2. I will explore that down the track, but yes. Kraz, I was playing Project Cars 2 today, and it's that realistic that if your engine is cooled, can't drive the car too hard at the start on realistic damage. Yep, that's fair. Piosco, new game update tomorrow. Perhaps they'll fix the tyre glitch. I tend to agree with you there, Piosco. I feel like by the weekend that will be gone, that tyre glitch. It shouldn't be a difficult glitch to fix, I wouldn't have thought. Maybe view...
What is the tyre glitch?
Telemetry. You can view the telemetry. Yeah, damn right. I'm not even going to say it for people who don't know. But I'll tell you later,
cool.
though.
Okay.
Can I see more than this? Timing monitor. So you've dropped... Your last lap was a 2:30. That's a beauty.
Yeah, it's
202.7 is your best so far.
Lap.
Yeah. This circle map's not much chop. Can we see a full diagnostic rundown of everything? Can I click on his name? Nope. Okay. Anyway, that's what you get. Let's watch a lap on here. Oh, there you go. See his sectors down the bottom. No, you can't. Yeah. Good work, PD. CR Racing Theories, I think that should be a thing. The only thing, Tommy, the only thing, let me tell you, about this is that I have pretty limited time to organise my real life. Like, it's hard enough being an adult and a father and working full time and just live streaming. Trying to organise this race and get my head around it and organise things is hard enough. So who knows, maybe I'll have to recruit someone to do all the hard work for me and I'll just take the credit. Lol. No, you meant in car. How do I do that? Spectator options, display display all, display racing for this is display all. There we go. Is that what? Because that shit there does nothing. So maybe that's what you meant. The Don Curly Whirly, hello and welcome. Great to have you here. But look, this is a shorter stream. I know I haven't done a lot of racing, but the whole idea of this stream was to discuss the Bathurst 1.2 hour. I feel like I have done that. I am still utterly knackered, tired, buggered. I need to go and crash. That's what I need to do. So I'm going to end the stream there. More than happy to continue the conversation over on Facebook if anyone wants to ask me a question there, or on Twitter. Did I paste all of my links in? I'll paste all of my links in again. What's the decal to put on your car? Yes, I will definitely. It will show his gears. Ah, yeah, okay. If I go in car, I can't go in car. That's all I get. They're my options. They are my options. I'll go variable. So yeah, I still don't know quite what you... I had to press circle. Now I got it. Now I got it. Don't mind me. I can't brain. I just can't brain. Yeah, Piosco's going to share it soon, so keep an eye on Piosco's stuff. He's the man with the logo, so keep an eye on his stuff, YouTube channel, and follow him in Gran Turismo so that when he posts it, you can quickly add it to your collection. And I'll share it too. What tyres will you be able to use, Luca? Racing soft, racing medium, and racing hard. I want there to be strategy. I want there to be people who try and run the whole race on softs and fuel-rich mixture. I want people running it on lean fuel and hard compounds. I want to open it up so that there's a lot of different options. And it's going to play to driver strengths as well. If you're good at saving tyres, then that's a thing. So yes, you get all three of those. If you plug in a keyboard to the PS4, yeah, I've got my PS4 keyboard here. I normally Bluetooth to the PlayStation, but I've got it on the computer because obviously I can't reach the computer, so this is how I interact with my computer when I'm sitting in my racing rig. But anyway, look, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who has signed up for the race. I know, I'd have to say I've nearly seen half of you at one stage or another in this chat say hi, so it's great to have you here. Thank you for sticking out what has been a very tired and monotone and uninspired stream. I wanted to get the information out there. Keep an eye on my website. I will update that probably not tonight, but tomorrow morning, so which is just going to be like this evening for you guys anyway. I'll update that with all of the race info, and if you want to interact, ask me any questions and things like that, then either PlayStation chat, I seem to be able to monitor quite well, or Twitter or Facebook are your options. But I'm going to go, so thank you everyone. You're all legendary, and thank you for all those likes that have been left behind. I'm not sure I've earned them tonight, but I love you for doing it. And thanks for joining along, Willie, giving us something to do, because I haven't been racing, so at least we get to watch you race.
That's fine.
It's been good. Ooh, 202.4. Up there in pace, but a 201.8 is your quickest, so there you go, guys. That's what you got to chase down. BOP turned on, tuning turned off. 201.8. Willie has set the benchmark for you. That's what you can aim to beat. But anyway, I've pushed the wrong button, so that's cool. But thanks all, and I'm going to try and live stream tomorrow night, so hopefully I'll chat to you all then. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.